Welcome to our podcast, where we cover unique and interesting stories for you. In this episode, we will discuss how bright plastics break down faster into microplastics, according to a recent study. Retailers are being encouraged to stop using brightly colored plastics for everyday products, such as drinks bottles, outdoor furniture, and toys. This call to action comes after research showed that colored plastics degrade into microplastics faster than their plainer counterparts. Microplastics are everywhere. In fact, the pollutants were recently discovered in human testicles and were potentially linked to declining sperm counts. A study led by the University of Leicester found that red, blue, and green plastics become very brittle and fragmented over time, while black, white, and silver plastics remain largely unaffected. The joint project between scientists from the UK and the University of Cape Town in South Africa, spanning 3 years, found that plastics based on color had varying degradation rates. In the study, UK researchers placed bottle lids of different colors on a university rooftop, exposing them to sun and weather for 3 years. Simultaneously, scientists in South Africa examined plastic items found on a remote beach. Both studies yielded similar results, revealing significant differences in microplastic formation based on color. Dr. Sarah Key, who led the project, remarked, "It's amazing that samples left to weather on a rooftop in Leicester and those collected on a wind-swept beach at the southern tip of the African continent show similar results." What the experiments showed is that even in a relatively cool and cloudy environment for only 3 years, huge differences can be seen in the formation of microplastics, she added. This field study is the first to provide such proof. It suggests that retailers and manufacturers should reconsider the use of brightly colored plastics, especially for short-lived products. The findings have been published in the journal Environmental Pollution. Professor Sarah Gabbett, co-author of the study, revealed that she often wondered why microplastics in beach sand often appear to be all the colors of the rainbow. "I assumed that my eyes were being deceived and that I was just seeing the more colorful microplastics because they were easier to spot. Turns out there really are likely to be more brightly colored microplastics in the environment, because those plastic items pigmented red, green, and blue are more susceptible to being fragmented into millions of tiny yet colorful microplastic particles." Adam Herriot, a senior specialist for plastics at the anti-waste charity WRAP, explained that colored plastics have traditionally been used to make products stand out. However, the organization now advises manufacturers to avoid using pigments to facilitate recycling. The study found that unlike other pigments, black, white, and silver colorants protect plastics from damaging ultraviolet radiation. UV exposure alters the polymer structure of plastics, making them brittle and prone to fragmentation. That's all from this podcast. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. Stay connected for more exciting discussions and updates in our next podcast.